were colleagues in the same state police unit as Michael Proctor, correct?
I was.
If somebody asked within your unit while this case was going on, whose case is it or who has that case, your answer would have been Michael Proctor, correct?
Yes.
You've worked on this case with Michael Proctor, correct?
Yes.
Michael Proctor wrote the report, correct?
Yes, he did.
It was Michael Proctor who did the analysis, correct?
Yes.
He's struggling. He's on the real struggle bus right now because he has to continue to lie, and it's becoming increasingly more difficult. This guy is such a joke. And I know he's proud of it because he's protecting his people. He's part of the mafia. He's part of the clan.
You attended the autopsy of John O'Keefe on January 31st.
I did.
You learned at the autopsy that John O'Keefe had 2 black eyes and a swollen right eye, correct?
Yes.
You also learned that there was a small cut above his right eye, correct?
Yes.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law. Folks, we are going to start the cross-examination of the shoe, Officer Keefe's testimony about Officer O'Keefe's shoe. Yannetti, take it away.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Trooper Keefe, you testified that you received the cell phone of Jennifer McCabe and of Terry Roberts?
Correct.
With regard to the cell phone of Jennifer McCabe in particular, you had her sign what is called a consent form, correct?
That's correct.
What is a consent form?
It allows the trooper or law enforcement to, with the owner's consent, we are able to conduct an extraction of the device.
Okay. And on that consent form, there is a description of the item itself?
Yes.
In this case, it would have been an iPhone 11.
Yes.
And there also is an identifier with regard to a specific phone called the IMEI number?
The International Mobile Equipment Identifier.
Okay. And that would be included on the form as well because it identifies the specific iPhone 11 that Jennifer McCabe had, correct?
Correct.
The password was provided on that consent form?
Yes.
And the form was signed, correct?
Yes.
By both Jennifer McCabe and by you, correct?
Yes.
And there was also a second trooper that would have signed the form as well?
That's correct.
With regard to the timing of the signing of that form, Jennifer McCabe dated it February 2nd of 2022?
Yes.
You also dated it February 2nd of 2022, correct?
Correct.
Jennifer McCabe did not list a time, but you did, correct?
I would have to look at the consent form.
Okay, so your memory, you don't remember what time you indicated or if you indicated a time, but looking at the consent form would refresh your memory?
Yes.
May I approach you, Honor?
Yes.
Why is he so cheerful? Why is he so
I'd ask you
happy?
to-
Let me know in the comments below why you think this guy is so cheerful and happy. I mean, he's testifying in a murder trial. This is no laughing matter. Why is he so, he's just abnormally cheerful. Am I missing something here?
Does that refresh your memory as to whether you indicated a date and time?
I did, yes.
And what was the date and time that you indicated?
It was February 2nd, 2022, 12:08.
And that would have been 12:08 p.m.?
Correct. 12:08 p.m.
The document that I handed you is not an original, correct?
No, it's not.
Does it appear to be a precise copy of the original, however?
Yes.
May I offer that into evidence, Your Honor, please?
Is there an objection, Mr. Brennan?
No, subject to redaction.
Okay. So don't put it up on the...
I will not.
Exhibit 81.
He's like trying to hide a smile. I don't get it.
Now,
I don't
Trooper Keefe,
understand this guy.
As of January 29th of 2022, you were colleagues in the same state police unit as Michael Proctor, correct?
I was.
I love that. I love that. He didn't start with it. He just kind of like warmed him up. And then remember Proctor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that we talked about in opening, that he has tainted this entire case and completely botched it to protect his own. You are buddies with him and you work under the same umbrella. Yes, yes. Very important.
At that time, was the unit called the CPAC unit or was it called Norfolk County Detectives?
I don't recall when it changed.
Okay. It's been called both, correct?
It has.
As of January 29th of 2022, there were only 10 troopers in the unit, including supervisors, correct?
I don't know.
It's a small unit, is it not?
Relatively small.
Within the CPAC or the Norfolk County Detectives, every case that comes in is assigned to one particular trooper as the lead investigator in the case, correct?
That is something that a supervisor would do, not me.
And have you been assigned as the lead investigator in other investigations?
No. Not a homicide investigation, no.
You have not yet.
No.
The lead investigator is the trooper who is responsible for the case, correct?
Yes.
Oh, his
Michael
voice.
Proctor
By
was
the
the
way,
lead-
he never took a sip of water in the entirety of the 18 minutes of direct examination from yesterday's video, if you recall. Now, this is like his third, if I'm counting correctly. Why? Because when you lie, your throat dries up. If you have followed any cases from like the Salem witch trials, you know, in the 17th century and so on, they used to give people, before they would testify, they would give them rice, uncooked rice. They would put it in their mouth because it would dry up the mouth, and then they would spit the rice out, and then they would take the witness stand. So if their mouth would not create saliva, because when you lie, your body stops producing saliva, and your throat dries up. This is how they used to, at least, you know, unscientifically, they would prove like you're lying because you're not producing saliva. Sometimes it's just pure nerves. That's fine too. This guy should not be nervous. And the fact that he's constantly wetting his beak shows that he needs liquid to reapply because of the dryness of his mouth, because he is not being completely honest on cross-examination, or he's afraid, or he's scared, or he's nervous. A body language expert would be able to tell you a little bit more. There's no need to analyze this. This is fairly straightforward. But at the end of the day, it's obvious. It's absolutely obvious that he is either nervous or lying or both.
Investigator for the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe, was he not?
Yes.
If somebody asked within your unit while this case was going on, whose case is it or who has that case, your answer would have been Michael Proctor, correct?
Yes.
The two of you have worked cases together in the past, correct?
A few.
You've worked on this case with Michael Proctor, correct?
Yes.
Notice how he keeps glaring at, or not glaring, but darting over at Hank, like, rescue, please? Rescue? Help?
For work on this case, you actually partnered with him for certain assignments within the case, did you not?
You'll have to be more specific.
Sure. So for instance, on October 21 of 2022, you and Michael Proctor interviewed Sarah Levinson together, correct?
No, I don't recall that.
Let me
If I may just
show
have a
you.
moment, Your Honor.
That's what Yannetti's about to say. Let me show you that you did. And here it is. More water. I mean, look at, he's just chugging water. He is so nervous. He's so scared. Oh, it's written all over his face. You can tell. The fixing of the tie, the straightening of the jacket, the sniffling, the water. It's stress. He is very stressed.
The copy of 2022 at 12:20 p.m. at the Norfolk DA's office, is that your current testimony?
Yes.
Okay. If you saw a copy of that report, would that refresh your memory?
To an extent.
To
May I
an
approach, Your Honor?
extent.
Yes.
It's an electronic. He doesn't have it printed. Because he didn't expect this guy to say, I don't remember my own report. I mean, how often does that happen? Yes, I wrote this report, but I don't remember writing it. Or, you wrote a report. Nope, I don't remember. You interviewed Sarah Levinson with Proctor. Sure, maybe, I don't know. This guy is such a joke. And I know he's proud of it, because he's protecting his people. He's part of the mafia, he's part of the clan. He's very proud of that fact.
I've placed a document in front of you. I would just ask you to read that silently to yourself. Look up at me when you're done. Sorry, Trooper Keefe, just so we're clear, I'm not going to ask you any questions about the specifics of what Sarah Levinson said, so you don't have to brush up on that.
I'd just like to refresh. Take a
Sure,
look, sir.
go ahead.
He forgot he wrote this? Really? With Proctor?
Having reviewed that report, does that refresh your memory as to whether or not you participated in an interview of Sarah Levinson with Michael Proctor on October 21st of 2022?
Yes, I don't recall the specifics, but
Well, you recall
So when you
specifics
say
now, you
yes,
just read it.
Is it your current testimony that your memory is refreshed that you were actually there?
yes,
There you go. Good boy.
And the two of you would have participated in that interview together, correct?
yes.
But you.
Oh
did
my
not
God!
write
Look at how he's scanning the jury. He is really stressed. Like, oh boy, I wonder what they're thinking about me now.
the report, correct?
No, I did not.
Michael Proctor wrote the report, correct?
Yes, he did.
He was the lead investigator writing the report, correct?
Yes, he wrote this report.
He chose the language to use in that report, correct?
I did not have any input on how he wrote this report.
Right. You had no input. You weren't standing over him while he was typing it, correct?
Correct.
Now, other examples.
Look!
of an ex-
Oh, finally, the smirk is gone from his face, and he's like, "Well, damn it, love it. I love it, Yannetti."
Let me take that back from you if you don't mind. May I approach, Judge?
Yes.
He's just staring at Hank and Bev like, "Please help me. Please help me." The whelp face of the jury like, "Well, I guess I forgot. Oopsie daisy. He got me."
Other examples are the reports on the videos that you, well, strike that. Let me start by saying this. Or asking you this. You retrieved videos from both the Waterfall Bar and Grill and C.F. McCarthy's, did you not?
That's correct.
You and Sergeant Buchanan retrieved the videos from C.F. McCarthy's, correct?
Yes.
But lead detective or lead investigator Michael Proctor was the one to analyze the video and write a report on it, correct?
I would have to see that report, sir.
Sure. Having reviewed that report, does that refresh your memory about Michael Proctor being the one to write the report on the analysis of the waterfall video?
Sir, I only obtained a copy of the surveillance video. I
Right.
did not do any analysis on the video.
That's my question. It was Michael Proctor who did the analysis, correct?
Yes.
And by the way, I said waterfall. Is that C.F. McCarthy's there, or is that waterfall?
This is C.F. McCarthy's.
Okay, I meant C.F. McCarthy's. He was the one
And
who
notice
did-
how his voice is just cracking. He's just, that was C.F. McCarthy's. He's struggling. He's on the real struggle bus right now because he has to continue to lie, and it's becoming increasingly more difficult.
do that video, correct?
Yes, again, I only got a copy of the surveillance video.
Sure.
I did not do any
And
analysis.
with regard to the Waterfall Bar and Grill, that was another circumstance where you and Sergeant Buchanan were the ones to retrieve the video, correct?
Yes.
But again, lead investigator Michael Proctor was the one to analyze the video and write the report on it, correct?
Yes, I would have to see that report as well, sir.
Okay, let's get that
Now-
report. Oh, maybe not.
Another member of your unit was Trooper David DeChico, correct?
Yes.
Within your unit, did Trooper DeChico have a nickname for a first name?
Objection.
May we approach?
He seems confused. Like, why can't I tell them about his nickname?
Trooper, in terms of the troopers that were in your unit as of January 29th of 2022, Which members of the unit had the least amount of time in the unit at that time?
I don't recall.
Were you one of the newer members of the unit?
As of January of 2022?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so you were a liar in training. Got it.
Trooper Michael Proctor had more
That's why you're so bad at it.
experience than you did as of January 29th of 2022, correct?
He could have. He'd been on the job longer.
Okay, well, if he had been on the job longer, then certainly that means that he did have more experience, correct?
It depends.
You attended the autopsy of John O'Keefe on January 31st of
I did.
2022. And with regard to other members of your unit, you were the only one to attend that autopsy?
Yes.
That was done at the medical examiner's office
The medical examiner's office in Sandwich, Massachusetts.
in Sandwich, Mass. And it was Dr. Irene Scorti-Bello who performed the autopsy, correct?
Yes.
Had you met her prior to that day?
No.
Had you spoken to her prior to that day?
No.
Did you know before the autopsy was performed that your former colleague, lead investigator Michael Proctor, had discussed the case with Dr. Scorti-Bello without telling us what you knew of what was said?
Objection.
Yeah, hearsay, but the jury needs to hear it.
With regard to Dr. Scorti-Bello's knowledge of what the state police theory was of what happened, did you have to explain that, or was it your understanding she already knew what your theory was?
Objection.
Mrs. Staines, you can
Ask it
that
differently.
differently, yeah.
You're getting close, Yannetti.
What, if any, conversations did you have with Dr. Scorti-Bello about what your unit's theory was about what happened to John O'Keefe?
There was no theory.
Okay. You
Wait.
did not provide any theory to her, correct?
I did not provide a theory.
You learned at the autopsy from your observations that John O'Keefe had 2 black eyes and a swollen right eye, correct?
Yes.
You also learned that there was a small cut above his right eye, correct?
Yes.
And there was a small abrasion on the left side of his nose, correct?
I would have to reference the report for the exact words.
Okay. If I may have a moment. Having reviewed that report, Trooper, is your memory refreshed as to whether you observed a small abrasion on the left side of John O'Keefe's nose?
Yes.
Now, was this the first autopsy that you had attended, or had you attended ones in the past?
I cannot recall.
It could have been the first one.
Most likely not.
When you're attending an autopsy as a member of the CPAC unit or the Norfolk Detectives unit, you are expecting that the medical examiner is going to examine the body, correct?
Yes.
And you're there to witness that examination, correct?
Yes.
At the end of the examination, you are expecting that there will be a determination as to cause and manner of death, correct?
Objection.
Not.
In this case, when the autopsy ended, you left the medical examiner's office, correct?
Yes.
When you left, your understanding was that the cause and manner of death was still undetermined, correct?
Objection.
But why?
You knew when you left that Dr. Scorti-Bello had seen the scratches or bites or injuries to John O'Keefe's arms, correct?
Objection.
Oh, he said bites. I love it. I love it.
You knew when you left that in your presence, Dr. Scorti-Bello had seen the injuries to John O'Keefe's arm.
Objection to the line of questioning.
What? Why? Because it hurts your case? Why? Yannetti, rephrase. Don't
really
leave.
approach.
Don't leave him alone.
Were you watching Dr. Scorti-Bello as she was conducting the autopsy?
Yes.
Did she appear to be looking at John O'Keefe's body?
Objection.
It's the same thing, just ask a different.
What direction were her eyes facing when she was examining John O'Keefe's body?
I don't recall.
At the body.
Okay.
Oh
Was she
my
looking
God.
At the ceiling, Trooper.
She was doing her job conducting the autopsy.
And in
looking
order to
at
do
the
that,
body.
I'm sorry.
She was looking at the body.
There you go. Good boy.
Thank you. And looking
Like,
at
I
the
literally,
body-
I feel like he's like a little dog. I just want to pet him on the head. Like, ooh, good boy. You want a treat? She was looking at the body. Is it so hard to say she was looking at the body? Oh my God.
in order to do
At the
that,
body.
I'm sorry?
She was looking at the body, I assume.
Thank
I'm not
you.
in.
Thank you. And looking at the body, you saw her looking at the body, correct?
Yes.
And looking at the body included an arm, correct?
Yes.
And it was at the arm was not covered up during the autopsy, correct?
No.
It was open for you to see, correct?
Yes.
And you saw the injuries to John O'Keefe's arm, correct?
Yes.
You didn't see any bruising on his arm, correct?
I don't recall.
No.
You didn't notice any obvious broken bones, did you?
I'm not a medical expert.
I love it.
And it is common practice for the state police to attend autopsies when there's an undetermined death, correct?
Yes.
It is not at all common for the defense to attend an autopsy, correct?
I've never experienced that.
Right. And there was no defense attorney or defense expert at the autopsy of John O'Keefe, correct?
Not when I was there.
You were there, correct?
Yes.
And there was nothing that prevented you from giving input to the doctor as she examined the body, correct?
We don't give input. We give the facts that we know so far in the case.
Okay. Well, giving the facts is giving input, is it not?
It's not input.
Then what is it?
Okay.
Facts? Facts is input.
Did
Input
you
is
talk
facts.
to Dr. Scortibello during the autopsy?
Yes.
And you gave her information, if you don't want to call it input, correct?
Yes.
And at the end of it, you left without her ruling it a homicide, correct?
Objection.
Oh, mic drop, Yannetti. Mic drop. Wow. You left without her ruling it a homicide, correct? You went in there, sir, and you contributed to her ruling undetermined. There is no homicide here. And now a woman is being charged with homicide. The jury is starting to scratch their heads very strongly suddenly, and we all know why. But the homicide was committed by somebody else other than this woman sitting before us. Why is she being prosecuted? The jury is asking questions of themselves individually. Oh, what cross. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Folks, this evening we are going to conclude with a top 5 video of this past week. Now, the top 5 moments that have happened, and I will see you all there. Don't forget to subscribe and call us if you need us, 1-844-774-HURT. Bye, everybody.